Hello everyone, trust we are doing fine and welcome to another session in the Enoch's Orb Tech classes, and I'm very sure we've been learning a lot from our previous classes. Yeah, today's class will not be an exception because we will learn something that that has not been taught in this class before. And please make sure you are following up practically. Whatever is being done in this class, make sure you are doing it also, and you are learning as I'm teaching. That way you're going to you assimilate faster, right? You get to understand better. Okay, so once again, welcome to another session in the tech classes with Enoch's Hub. And yeah, let's get this. So today we'll be teaching about Excel dashboard creation, right? How to create a dashboard using Microsoft Excel. I'm sure we know what Microsoft Excel is. We know the basic features. We know some of the basic features we have in Microsoft Excel. We know how to do some manipulation, some data manipulation with Microsoft Excel, and basically how to use Microsoft Excel. We have basic idea of how to use Microsoft Excel. We know how to create visualizations, we know how to create pivot tables, and with this, creating a dashboard is going to be very easy for us since we have idea and since we know how to do these basic things. So now we cannot just jump into creating a dashboard without even knowing what a dashboard is. Okay, so my definition here says that a dashboard is a visual representation of key data points and trends. A dashboard is a visual representation of key data points and trends. Okay, let me break this definition down. When you say a dashboard, it is a visual representation. It has to be a visual representation. That's actually very key when you're talking about dashboard. We talked about charts, and we it was explained that chart is also a visual representation, right? But a dashboard is different. We'll talk about how they are different later on. So a dashboard is a visual representation of key data points. Like there are some things that you actually want to like want to explain to your stakeholders. There are some things you want to show them, right? But then you have to use visual representation, and it's usually not only one chart. You have a lot of charts. You can have two, three, four, five, six, seven, as many as you want. And you cannot only it's not only charts actually. You can use tables also for your dashboard. So far it is visual representation, we are good. So it's a dashboard is a visual representation of key data points, right? Key data points. Okay, I think there's a data set in front of me. Age is a key data point. You might want to know, okay, beauty category, right? You want to visualize some key things here. We have the dates, right? You can actually check the trends by date. You can check age also. What are the age groups that bought more and those that bought less, right? So you can also have product category, which of them got the highest sales and all. These are key data points in this data set, right? So using a dashboard, you have a visual representation of these points, and then you'll be able to identify trends. You'll be able to check for trends in you'll be able to check for trends in your data set. So the reason why I say a dashboard is actually different from just one visual, maybe just a chart or a table, is that a dashboard is like aggregating all these things together. When you are talking about maybe a chart or a pie chart, now you have just one pie chart, but a dashboard can contain numerous data visualization, right? It can contain numerous visual representations, though it should not be too much. We'll go into that later. But then when you are talking about just visual representation, just charts is only one, but a dashboard can have more, right? It can have more than one. can have two, well, two might be actually small, but then it depends on what you are working with, right? You can have five, you can have six, you can have seven, as many as you want, so far your dashboard is not too clustered. So basically dashboard just it shows all this, it shows key points and trends, and it also provides like a quick overview of critical measures, right? A quick overview of critical measures that help in decision making, because a dashboard is basically like visuals, different visuals, you bring them together, and then depending on the question you are trying to answer, or depending on what you are actually trying to, the message you are trying to pass across, what you want them to know, right? It contains different measures that help in decision making. You can easily see different things that affect, if you are working with a company data set, you can easily see different things that affect the company. Okay, maybe the employees, some other things, some other measures, maybe the the way they relate with people, feedbacks and all. You can just put all this in a dashboard, right? And this will, when your stakeholders see this, it will just give them a quick overview of things that they should do to help in their decision making. So we have benefits of using dashboards. In fact, there are a lot of benefits. There are a lot of, we cannot actually exhaust them. The first one I have here is that it provides quick access to essential information, essential insights from your data, right? When you have a dashboard, you are going to get quick, okay, you'll be able to easily spot it without having to maybe check your data and all. You'll be able to have, when you present your dashboard to your stakeholders, they will have quick access to essential insights. Okay, this is what should happen, this is what should not happen. They will easily they will easily know what is right and what is wrong, or what is not being done well, right? Okay. It also helps in tracking KPIs and matrices. What is KPI? Key Performance Index, as the name implies? Basically what we are using to like measure how well your, if it's a company, how well your company is doing, if it is basically how well whatever you are working on is, right? So when you get a dashboard, when you show a dashboard, when you create a dashboard, you will easily track the KPI and also the matrices, the measures by which you use to measure, to quantify the, let's say, the growth or the advancements. Okay. It also facilitates data driven decision making, in the sense that when you want to like make decisions, sometimes you just ask ask someone, okay, get me the dashboard for this, and then using that you can easily make decisions. You can see what is lagging and what is not lagging, so you can easily make decisions using your dashboard, and the decision is not going to be just by your intuition alone. It will be data driven, right? We already talked about this in when we discussed the importance of data. Your decisions, actually, when you make a data driven decision, you're at lower risk, right? Okay. Also, dashboards help to simplify complex data into visual insights. You can see a data that is very complex, and then you just create a dashboard for it, and then you are looking at it like, really, as big as this data is, you simplified it into this dashboard, right? And also easy, you can easily report this to your stakeholders. Okay, see this, see this, see that, and they will always understand. Well, they will easily understand the data and whatever message you are trying to pass through. There are different there we have various types of dashboards. We have various types. We have analytical, we have strategic, operational, tactical. There are different types of dashboard actually, but then there are differences in the way they are used, right? Okay. So one reason why Let me just explain why it is easy, right, to use Microsoft Excel for creating dashboards. I am telling you that it is easy. It is easy. It's not that hard. It's not that hard. Well, no tool is I believe no tool is hard, but then let's see why we can actually use Microsoft Excel for dashboard. The first reason is that Excel is accessible and widely used. Excel is a very, very versatile tool. You can easily use it, you can easily access your Excel. No need to pay for anything, or no need for advanced stuffs to create your dashboard. Also, Excel provides powerful tools for data analysis. Yes, we have some things on Excel that we can actually use to analyze your data and make your dashboard creation easier. Also, Excel supports customizations of various visualizations. Yes, as much as we are going to be using visuals, we need to like customize these things, because when we don't customize it, you just have your work might be, it might not look as professional as the one that is customized. You might want to add colors to it, you might want to change your fonts and all. Excel gives you the opportunity, it gives you the access to do all these things, and here for free. So also you can easily integrate, you can easily get your, you can just load your data, start working on it, do whatever you want, and create your dashboard and go. It is that easy, right? Okay, let's move to the key components of a dashboard. Key components of a dashboard. The first one is your data source, because we are creating a dashboard from a data set. So you cannot tell me that you want to create a dashboard and you're asking where is your data set. You are telling me you don't have, or you are still thinking or something. When you want to create a dashboard, your data source must be there. For example, this is our data source. This particular thing on my screen is the data source, and this is what we are working with, right? So this is our data source. Also, we have matrices and KPIs. These are actually the things we are looking out for, the things we are going to like check, the things we are going to visualize, the things we are going to analyze and put in our dashboard. So these are the matrices and the key performance index, right? So in some if it is stores now or shops, you can use maybe the sales or something. Then if it is companies, you can use the maybe the number of new clients, the number of returning clients and all. So these are like key performance index to know. These are things we need to like, okay, we need to know to actually know how well the company is improving. So you should have your KPIs, and you should also have your matrices, things you are trying to measure, things you are trying to like know. For this one, you can use maybe age or product category. These are actually matrices, measures that we can actually like analyze, can check, we can visualize, right? Also, another key component is the visualization itself. The visualization itself it can either be charts, tables, graphs. So far, your dashboard should actually contain visualization. Don't forget that I explained in the beginning of the class that dashboards are actually visual representations. So what is a dashboard without visualizations? I really do not know. So lastly, your dashboard should contain interactive elements. Interactive elements are things that, okay, they work just like filters. We are going to explain it more in the as we go on. We can have slicers, we have filters, we have timelines. Okay, so now let's get started. When you want to create your dashboard, make sure you are using a clean data. This data has been cleaned, and I will send the data set should be the data set is already on the group. Yeah, it's already on the group. So just go through it, check through. It's already clean, so no need to clean it. And if it is not in table format, you know convert your data how to convert your raw data into table. That's Control A, then Control T. So make sure your data is clean. there are no duplicates, remove all errors, then also structure your data. It's better to use tables, right, for better organization. Your data is more organized when it is in table format. Then also you can just quickly explore your data, right? Do explore, just explore your data and just quickly do all this while you are preparing to create a dashboard. With that, you can even have an overview of the information that your dashboard actually pass. Okay, let's get right into this. Let me create another sheet. Okay, so this is our data. Then sheet 2. This sheet 2 just I'll use it to I'll input my visuals, and it will just be like a rough work, right? So before I now create another one that will use for the dashboard itself. Okay, so let's start by creating our chart, right? Okay, for this one we just want to have an overview of how this store is is how they get their sales, the categories that give them more sales, the age groups and all. So let's start with the gender, right? Gender and let's start with the gender and um the total amount, right? The total revenue gotten from each gender. So let's go in with our pivot table. I already explained this. I already explained the quick access toolbar. So my pivot table is here. So table range control A. So gender, then put let's put our price per total amount. Okay. So we can see males, but actually females shop more than males. Well, but from this particular data, the difference is just little. So let's put this in a visualization. Let's put this in a visual, right? And please always choose the right data, the right chart type for your data. Choose There are some particular things, there are some particular data, there are some particular charts that are not suitable for some for some types of visualization. Like now, let's assume this we have up to 6 or 7. You should not use pie chart because it's going to be too congested, right? But then since this is two, we can just try either pie chart or donut chart. So this is my okay. Let's go with pie. Should we go with pie or donuts? Let's just do okay, let's do this. Okay. Okay, so we have our pie chart here, we have our donut chart here rather. So what I will now do is to edit my chart, right? I don't want this, so let me hide all field buttons. Okay, this let me format data series, right? Okay, so you can reduce the donut hole size because this is too big. So let me try reducing it. Okay, I think this should be fine. Yeah, this should be fine. Yeah, so what else? What else? What else? What else? Yeah. So let's just edit this. Let's change the title revenue or total sales by gender. Total revenue by gender. Okay, so yeah, this is our chart basically. This is our data label. Let's check if okay, yes, let's add data label please. We want this. Okay, let's check the legend. This is what we call our legend, right? So let's check if you can change the position of the legend. Okay, to the left, to the bottom, top, top right, blah blah blah, blah blah blah. Okay, let's just right click, right? Let me just click on this data label, right click, then format. Let's check format data label. Okay, I actually want it to show the legend key, the legend too, right? Okay, it is showing the value. So I want this to show more things, right? Label options. So let it show the series name. Let's check. Okay, let it show category name. So you can see that it is showing female. Then the separator, let it just, we don't, I don't want the separator. New line. Yes. So what else? Should we give it percentage to? Okay. So I think this is fine. Legend key, we do not need it. Legend lines, I don't think we need it. So yeah, so that's our, you can actually, let's check. We're doing this manually, right? Okay, then okay, okay, all right. So we have the male, we have the female here. Then what else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Yeah, I think we are good. Right, okay. Let's okay. We actually do not need it, so delete. Yeah, let's check if there are other things that we can edit on this. Well, you can explore all these things actually, especially this data label options, right? Okay, so check and explore. So let's move to another matrix. Okay, so let's check the product category, right, and the number of people that bought each product category. Okay, this one we are looking at, or let's check product category. We're going to check the total amount, right, the total revenue generated, and also the total quantity. Okay, so product category. Let me go in my pivot table. Continue. So product category is here. Then let me check let me just check for the amount of quantity sold in each product category, right? Okay, so now let's check. Can you see the beauty, clothing and electronics? Okay, let's create our charts. But for this one, should we use pie chart, or use should we go in with pie charts? Or okay, let's use column charts. Okay, so now let's edit this. Can just I don't like grid lines. I do not like grid lines. So let me delete it. What I just did was that I make sure this is highlighted or selected rather. So I just right click to delete. I don't want this to hide all field buttons. And then let's change the, that's quantities bots. Okay, let me check quantities bots by products category. All right, so I don't need this. Let me delete it. Yeah, so I think I'm good for this, and then sorry, I will create another pivot chart for then okay for this one product category 2, and then we'll check for the total amount bought, right? Okay, let's create our visual for this two. Okay, this is okay. Let me check. Wow, wow. Can you see that the the one that had the highest had the highest revenue, right, is not actually the one that that had the highest quantity, but this is interesting actually. So let me delete this. Let me remove all field buttons, hide all field buttons, then let me remove this, delete. Okay, so we have this already. Then let me check for another index. We have dates. Let's check how people buy months on a monthly basis, right? The revenue generated monthly. So this one, let me just put total revenue or sales by product category. Yeah, so I think we are good. Yeah, and yes, so let's work with date. That's where's the date here. So as we put the date in here, it's going to like give us more options. This is the month, quarters, or years we want to check. We are interested in the month, so let me just uncheck others. Then the total amount, right? Okay, you can see it already here. And then let's create our charts, our visuals for this. This is still the best we can use, right? Then let's hide all field buttons. Can remove this. Then this can remove it. So let's change our title. We have monthly, total monthly sales, total sales by month, total sales by month. Okay, I think there's a mistake here. All right, so we have this actually, but one thing I said is that learn to use the right chart for dates. The best chart you can actually use is line charts, line charts. Use your line chart. So now let's edit this, change chart type. So let's check our line. Okay, the best chart to actually use is line chart because you easily spot trends. Okay, as you are going January, it went up February, it came down March, up April, it skyrocketed May, and also this is one beautiful thing about line charts, and it's always advisable for your dates use line charts. So let's check if there is still any other thing we want to check. Okay, let's check for age group. For this age, I think I will explain something that I did not explain earlier. So let's go in with this, and age and let me check for total amount. Okay, you can actually sort your age. Just right click, then go to group, right? This sort is more like grouping. Okay, I think the list is, we are starting with 18, we are ending at 64, right? So let's start with 15, and then let's end here. So this by means like the number of intervals, right? So it's going to be counting 10, 10, 10, 10, 10 for us. So you can see 15 to 24, 25 to 34. So this, we have this. We can also use if to do this. That will be my first assignment. So I'll send it to the group properly. Use if function to do what I just did. Okay, so let's create our visual. Yes, so let's go with this. This is fine. This is fine, and let me remove this, and then I don't like you. Okay, let me edit. Let me delete this one. Then we have our um total amount. Let me use total sales by age. Let me just use age group since we've grouped it. Okay, so yeah, is there any other thing? We are fine now, right? Okay, so now let's now work with our dashboard. So this is our dashboard. Firstly, let's define a topic, right? You can actually use two ways. You can use your insert, you can go with your insert, then shapes, you can put in maybe a rectangle, and then draw something from here, like this, and then right, you can type your dashboard or something. So this is one method. Another method is to use merge and center here. So just select as many as you can, but don't let it be too big, right? And don't let it be too small. So I think this is okay. So let's click on merge and center. What merge and center will basically do is that it's going to see everything here as just one cell. And I want to use blue. Okay, I think I want to use a very faint blue. I want to use faint blue for the background, and then a a dark blue for the visuals, right? Okay, let me just put it going with my dashboard. Let me make it bigger. I think it's okay like this. Let me make it bold, and then yeah, I think I'm fine. Okay, so this is our header, right? Okay, I think I want it to be blue in color. Let me give it a dark blue since we are using this. Okay, so now let's start bringing in our charts, right? Okay, let's start with gender. Control C, then Control V. Okay, so let me just leave the first three rows. Then this is too big. Let's adjust it. Okay, I think we are good. And yeah, let's bring something else. Okay, so for this one, let me just make it a bit bigger. And what I want to do now is I just want to like add like the basic stuffs, right? That should be in the that we should know about this. Okay, maybe the total quantity. Let's calculate it. Control Shift down, then this totals. Let me just go with the sum. Let me get the sum. Then for the total amount, okay, now Shift Control down, then our totals sum too. So I think we want to get count too, right? Okay, that's shift control down, then count. All right, so let me just create a something like a rectangle. So I will just put it here. I want these things to actually show in the chart. So I'll just create a shape for it. Right, okay, insert shapes, then let me use rectangle. Let me go like this, go like this. Okay, I think this size is okay. Yeah, and let me change the shape. Let me use the one we've been using. Right, I think this is it. Okay, so let me just write total number of customers, then enter 1000. Okay, let me change. Okay, what you said, the alignment of this, let me just make it central. And yeah, I think I'm good. Okay, let me make it bigger. Okay, text effects. Okay, let me go to home. Okay, make it bigger. We are to use our home tab, right? Okay, let me just use let me leave it at, is 14 okay? No, 14 is not. Let me just leave it at 12. Right, okay, and let me align it to the center. Yeah, the color, the font, let's make it dark blue. Oh, it's changing the background. No, oh sorry, for the text, let's use this color. Right, okay, so we've done this. Then what I'll now do is Control C. I copied this, Control V, Control V, because I want to do 3 of it. This is, let me put one. Okay, let me adjust it. Let me put one here. Okay, align it well. I actually love doing my alignment manually, but there's a way you can do it, right, using these Excel features. Okay, then yeah, I have it. I have this. Let me change the size of this. Okay, so this is fine. So now let me check for what else do I want to put in there. The total quantity sold. Total quantity sold. Okay. Okay. Total quantity sold is what? That's 2514. 2514. 2514. Then the total revenue generated. The total alright, let me copy. Okay, this, let me I copy, let me paste. Let's edit our things back. This, then is it bold? No, it's not bold. All right, so we have this, and then let's edit our these charts. So let's give it this blue, right? So I think we are good. Okay, this one with the borderline, it's not bad, but we can actually edit it, but I think I like it. Let's bring in other, let's bring in this one. So Control C, and then Control V. Okay, so let's bring it up. And let me make it a bit smaller because this place should be able to contain two charts, right? Okay, then let me bring in with the second one. The second one is here. Control C, then Control V. Okay, all right. I think this one is big, so we can make this one smaller and then make this one bigger. All right. So there's something we call format painting in Excel. Okay, that means like a format, right? What you've edited somewhere, you can actually bring it to another chart. Okay, let me click on this, then format painter, and then if I select this too. Okay, so let me change the color to deep blue, right? Okay, then this one, I think we should leave this. Let's check. So let's change this one. Let's change the background. It's already here. Now let's change the background to this. And yeah, we've changed okay, let me just select everything here. Okay, then same thing here too. Let me just click on this and this. What this one did is just like it's changed the fonts of everything or the text, the color of the text. And what this field did was I changed everything. The all the text, right? Okay, let's get into our other charts. So let's we have this. Let's use this next. Control C. All right, so we have Control V, then bring it here. Just make sure it aligns and the text. All right, so we have this, right? Let me make it smaller. Okay, you can see it. You can see what we have here, right? Okay, so um what we'll do next is that we want to add in our interactive elements. I said something at the beginning that a dashboard should actually be interactive. A dashboard should be interactive. It must be interactive. So now let's add, there are some things we add to dashboards that make them interactive. We have slicers, we have timelines. These things actually work just like they work the way um they work just the way our filters work, right? Okay, for slicers, it's just you can input anything as a slicer, maybe gender, right? Or category. If you have a slicer that contain categories, you see that whenever you change the category or you pick a particular category, everything the dashboard or your visuals will change with respect to that category. So let's do the practical. Insert, then you to get your slicer timeline, you have them in your insert tab. Then let's just go in with our slicer. Then which of them should we use? Let us use products category. Okay, so let's bring our slicer to this place, right? Okay, so we have our slicer. So when we wanted to create our slicer, we selected this particular one. So you can see, if you check beauty, this chart changed. Clothing, it's changed. So that means for only beauty, when you are considering only beauty alone, the male had 48, female had 52. For electronics alone, male had 51, females had 49. Then for clothing too. So that's how slicers work. But then we want our charts to be interactive. We don't want this slicer to work for just one data. We want it to work for everything, right? Okay, so we are going to right click, and then you click on report connections. So let just connect everything here, right? So select everything, and okay. So now when we click on beauty now, you can see that this category, right, is just one, because this is what is here, right? So let's check clothing. You can see that other things will actually change. Let me check beauty. You can see there will be a difference, right? So let's check everything. All right, so let's add that's how timeline, that's the same way timeline actually works, but timeline is more of just time, right? Can filter it by maybe month, year, and all. So that's how timeline works, and this is how slicers work. So one thing you should now do is that you should remove grid lines, right? Go to your view tab. So remove all these grid lines, remove your formula bar, remove your headings, so you can just see this as a dashboard that it is, right? So with this, you have an idea of what dashboard is and how to create it. Okay, so for your dashboard, one, you should actually note some things. Keep your designs simple, keep them simple, and focus on readability. Make it something that people can easily read. Okay, they can actually read, okay, this sales by product category. Okay, this is the list, this is the highest. Don't use something that is too clustered, right? Then use consistent font and color schemes. Your font should be the same. Use the same font, then use the same color scheme. Well, this orange, we can actually leave it. It's not bad, but we can also change it to another shade of blue. Let's just leave it the way it is. Yes, for your visuals, I already said it. Follow the rules that we gave. I was teaching visuals, how to create visualizations. Please follow those rules. Don't let your visuals be too congested, and also avoid like clutter and excessive details. If the details in your dashboard is too much, it might bore them, you get. And then if your chart to contain too many things, it will actually bore people, and then they'll be like, what is this that you're doing? Like, what is this? They might not want to read it, right? Okay, so ensure data accuracy and consistency, and also keep visuals easy to interpret. Can you see? Make it something that they can easily interpret. Okay, for this, we can decide to add our data labels. Just right click, then add data label if you need to, and if not, so Ctrl Z. All right, so um yes, so that's it for the class. If you have questions, please do well to ask them, right? Can always ask them in my DM or drop them at the comment section. So I'll be looking forward to your feedback. And yeah, I'll give an assignment. I'll drop it on the group chat. So do well to enjoy the rest of your day, and see you next week, or see you when we see. All right, please make sure you practice, make sure you do a lot of practice. And yeah, I'm rooting for you.